Hey everybody, it's G-Bub here. How y'all doing? Y'all see, just when you thought it was safe to go back on the highways, G-Bub is driving his truck again. Y'all see here, we got the sweet Valentine event going on. We got progress 0 of 14. We're just getting it started up. We're a little bit late on the whole startup thing, so we got to do about 2 deliveries a day. We got to complete 14 deliveries of Valentine's presents from any trucking territory, any place to any place. There's no limit here, no stipulation on how long the deliveries have to be. It goes until the 19th, so we got 9 days to complete this. Doesn't say the deliveries have to be 100 miles or anything like that, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to browse these contracts, see what kind of stuff we got down here. We're still down here deep in the heart of Texas. Let's see what we got. Valentine's gifts from Corpus Christi to Brownville. 128 miles. That would be a good one to do, and we'd be all the way down here at the very south tip. So why don't we do that? We got 18 hours. Let's go ahead and hit it. That's the one we're going to do here. And as soon as we get it back into Corpus Christi, we'll let y'all know. All right, everybody. Let's get our chat and everything pulled back up the way it's supposed to be here. As you see, here we are. And there's after our Christmas thing, there's our peace dove hanging up yonder. So we were very happy to get that. And there's our plush armadillo sitting over there shotgun with us. So we're going to drive on out of here.
Calculating route.
Let's see if I can get this thing cranked on up.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Get my controller, since I'm doing this over at the wife's house. And when I pulled my controller over, of course it knocked my mouse over. Let's get back inside the cab here, shall we? There we go. All right, what was I going to do? That one. All righty. Let's cut our lights on. Not that one. I tell you, every damn time I get on this thing, it's like a month in between all my trips. So it's like every single time I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing again. And also I have to remember we got that long wheelbase on here now, so I can't make those turns like I used to. Let's watch that little red car back yonder. Alright, looks like we're okay. A little bit further. Alright, we were here at the Western Star last time, and I think while I'm at it, let me go ahead and pull on in here. I want to pull on right on up in here, like this, and I'm going to customize my paint job.
Route.
So we're going to see about
Please proceed to highlighted route.
We're going to see. And we got any service to do? Shouldn't be much, nope, because we were getting it serviced whenever we were putting the Western paint job back on here. But we're going to get a Valentine's paint job, probably the same one we had last time. And I will see y'all when we get that on there. Alrighty, we got her hooked back up again here. Let's get our
Calculating route.
lights and all back on.
Please proceed to highlight.
Let's get on out of here. Now I'll show y'all the paint job. It's the same one I had last time. It's the Heartbreaker. Show y'all the paint job whenever we get over there.
Turn left.
And pick up the trailer. I have cut down on the reflection. For some reason, reflections were scaled at 200%. I don't know what that means. I need to look it up, but I kicked it on back down to just 100%.
In 200 yards, turn right.
And I turned shadow quality from ultra back down to high. So hopefully we'll get a little bit better frame rate than what we were getting last time. Last time we were getting some jitters and stuff. It wasn't quite all it was cracked up to be. God, we gotta go 21 miles to pick up this trailer?
Yards, turn left.
That's just crazy. Hope y'all been having a good one. I'm hoping to get a GTA done. In fact, I'm hoping to get a Lotro. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm over at my house tonight. I had,
Keep left, then immediately exit left.
I'm over at my house tonight instead of the wife's house. We're taking the dog taking Miss Leo out to the vets this morning. It's not anything serious, mind you. It's not anything serious at all. It's
Then
just
immediately exit right.
a regular checkup. She's got to have some lab work done, her teeth looked at, that kind of thing.
Exit right.
So it's not any big deal. But it's going to be early in the morning, so she figured I needed, as she says, get some sleep tonight. Plus with some other considerations been going on this week. So I'm over here, and of course, being in the middle of the night, I can't sleep and all that. I've been, you know, I came over here about 7, put my CPAP on, slept from like 7 to 11:30, and now it's 1:45 in the morning.
Keep right. Then immediately exit right.
You gonna let me in there, little car? Yes, you are. So it's 1:45 in the morning.
Exit right.
And of course I'm wide frickin' awake. So I went and got me a coffee just now. And figured I'd drive some trucks, and we gotta get these Valentine deliveries going on here.
Keep right. Then turn right.
But yeah, we were sitting there, and I had to tell you, it was
Turn right.
I had a situation where I started round 7 on my chemo. I'm almost done. I got one more round. Ice cream truck! Ice cream truck! I got one more round on my chemo here, and we'll be done. So I got finish up round 7, then we'll have round 8 here in about 3 weeks. But, you know, before they start the round, they always give you, you poke your nose awful far out there, buddy. Before they start your round.
Right. Then turn right.
They always start you up with some lab work to make sure everything's going okay. Well, this time my lab work was off. My creatinine level was up. Creatinine's the one that, creatinine's a waste product that your kidneys clear. And when your kidneys aren't working quite right, your creatinine levels will climb up. And that's what happened with me. My creatinine levels were going up. They've been slowly creeping up the last 2 or 3 times. But yeah, this time they got up where they had to do something about it. So I got called into the office. I got called into the cancer office, and they took me back to the treatment 2 days in a row, and gave me a couple of liters of fluid the first day, and took some more lab work. And the second day they called me back in and said, yeah, come on back in and let's get another set in you just because we were still looking a little dehydrated there. So that's what they did. So I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not, it was causing some nausea and stuff like that. I was having a bunch of cramping and some nausea and all. And I'm feeling much, much better now. So that's good. It's always good to know that they're staying right on top of this stuff, you know. Let's get it hooked up. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I ain't been sleeping too well. I've been sleeping an awful lot. My sleep cycles, I tell you, I could probably lay down and sleep just about 24 hours a day now.
Calculating route.
It's not that, it's like right now.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
You know, it's not that I need the sleep, it's just that I could, you know. Alrighty, let's pull on up, and then we're gonna pop out, take a look at what the truck looks like here. Let's stop it. Let's see. Stop that, get that annoying beeping off. There we go. There's looks like the same Valentine. Looks like maybe the same Valentine's trucks they had last year, the trailers. And there's a heartbreaker. You see, there's a heartbreaker, and on the side of the door there, all the hearts are broken. And got your name here, you know, as the Whitney Spears, Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, what's the guy's name? Taylor Swift, that's her name. Taylor Swift, the one I've got an empty spot on my calendar, and I'll write in your name in my calendar, you know, for all that kind of thing. So there we go. We got 128 miles. We're going to go as far south in America. We're going to go as far south in Texas here as it's possible for us to go. And make this delivery. So we're going to see y'all on the other side. Unless we run into something really interesting along the way. And I'll see y'all there. Happy, happy. Joy, joy. All right, everybody, we're in the Brownsville here. It's a shame that I wasn't able to keep
right,
listening to
then
my radio.
Immediately exit
They were
right.
playing Ain't Feeling Fascination. Good old 80s music. I like The Office. Office is a damn good radio station. Nice one for traveling about, you know? All right, we're going to need to get on over here, and it's like
Keep
they're saying,
right, then keep left.
keep right, then keep left. What the hell? Oh, let's not hit little red car. Pull on in here. Y'all give me some space there now, all right? This where we're going to keep left? Yep, this is where we're going to keep left. But yeah, we're down here in Brownsville, Texas. Y'all see, we're almost down at the border.
Then turn left.
As far as you can go south on the map
Turn
right now.
left.
So we've been as far east as you can go. Now we've been as far south as you can go. I think Brownsville's down here, if I remember right. Isn't this where the SpaceX, the old Elon Musk space station kind of thing down here? Isn't that down here in Brownsville? I think it is. I know he's a big old fan of Texas now, because Texas is full of right-wing crazies, and he's a right-wing crazy, so. Just joking, Texas. Y'all always been full of crazies, no matter whether it's left or right. But old Elon Musk, you know, he's proven that he's a nut job. You know, everybody, I remember I have several really liberal friends who are like driving Teslas and stuff like that, and talking about being good for them, and they don't know what to do now. They're just like, you know, now that he's proven that he's a nut job, said, we're kind of deciding whether we want to keep our Tesla or not. And it's like, well, you knew he was a nut job. He's a billionaire. I mean, it's all wonderful things saying, you know, a wonderful meme where the guy was saying that, you know, billionaires are today's dragons. They sit on top of the hoard of gold, and all they want is more. They're just, you know, it's a case right now where everybody's trying to, I guarantee you, everybody's just working on trying to figure out who's going to be the first trillionaire. That's what they're working on now. It's this insane race to the top to say, oh, I'm the first one to get $1 trillion, you know. I guarantee you that's what's going on with them all these crazy nut jobs. And I personally feel, it's my own personal understanding, that all the billionaires in the world, especially in the country, but in the world, all the billionaires should be taken out, hauled into the street, barbecued, and fed to the homeless. And that would be a good way to start. And then we can go from there. Let's get on over here. Let's get our...
Turn left.
Let's see where we're going to go here. We got plenty of sleep. And we got plenty of gas. Plenty of fuel. And there's a Target truck over there. Are you going to give us a turn signal? Or are we going to have to stop? We're going to have to stop. All right. Still got plenty of air in our tanks too, so we're doing good here. There's my peace dove. Ranting and raving like that with my peace dove just hanging over there. I ought to be ashamed of myself. 2 miles to go. I'm surprised we ain't seen no delivery circles popping up on here yet. We ought to be getting close enough when we see the delivery circle. Let's see, we immediately need to move right, and that's what we'll do. Nobody over there. I don't even know where we're delivering this. I think we picked it up from a Walmart, or we picked it up from a Home Depot, if I remember right.
Then turn right.
I'm seeing like some industrial type of... Are we delivering it to a port or something? I see like some industrial type. Brake check me, little pickup truck. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. Yes, indeed. All right, you all gonna go ahead? Because I'd like to make a Like to make a right-hand turn here. It looks like, okay, looks like y'all stopped. So let's go ahead and get our right-hand turn done here. As I said earlier, I'm over at the wife's right now, so I'm playing on a controller. And I go so long in between, I forget what half the buttons are on the controller. So I have to relearn them again. Yep, we're down here at the Port of Brownsville.
Keep right, then turn right.
Well, it looks like we're going to Faust Road entrance. Looks like we're going through the
Turn right.
customs or whatever here. Y'all gonna let us through? Hello? I'm gonna say, yeah, you're making my air, giving me air trouble here. Stop it. Oh, look at the cranes and all out there. I like all the ports and stuff like that whenever you get one down here, one of these things. We'd be right down here on the Gulf, I'd imagine. Look at them ships. Look at them big old container ships. Good googly moogly. Looks like they're building one. Is that an aircraft carrier or something they're building there? Look at that thing right over there, right behind the tugboat kind of thing here. The thing. Look at that thing. It looks like they're building like an aircraft carrier or something. I'm surprised we don't have a viewpoint or something to take a look at here, or a picture opportunity or something like that. That really surprises me. We might see one when we get closer down there. If not, y'all missed a great opportunity here, SES. That would be a great thing to do, to get a picture of them building that ship or whatever they're doing over there. That sure is what it looks like. Looks like this is a shipyard where they're building stuff. And as you see, we're out of the desert parts of Texas and down here where you have all sorts of trees and everything. All this green grass. Well, kind of green grass. It is still Texas, so everything's kind of dry. I don't want to spend too much time looking over there because I don't want to run into the back of that little car there. Hey, here's what that looks like.
Left.
It looks like they're building
Then
something
turn
over there.
left.
Looks like they're constructing something, and it looks almost like an aircraft carrier. But let's pull on in here and get these Valentine's gifts delivered, okay? That's what we're here to do. That's what we got. That's our important job for today. Nice to know they got a damn railroad track right here, too.
You have arrived.
Where y'all want this puppy? Oh, 90 pointer. Of course y'all got a 90 pointer. Why don't we go ahead? Let's just go ahead and see if we can do it. We ain't done too many 90s on a controller here. Let's see what we can do. And I ain't done any 90s with this big old long truck here. Alright, so of course some cogbinder parked his damn yard dog out of whack right there. So of course it's halfway into our parking space. Woo, look at there, it's got it stuck all in between those two. That is some nasty brown water going on there. Oop. Whoa, you mean we might be able to pull this off? Nope, not that way, we're not. Boy, this is a tough one. This is not a happy one. Let's see if we can pull it on forward. Can we get it straightened out as much as we can? I'm glad they give us all those train tracks there to remind us that yes, there is a bay in front of us. Right, let's pull it, straighten it up now if we can. That's almost got us dead on here. I think we're almost in there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. It don't count in big old trucks. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to let the air pressure build back up because we're sitting here with empty tanks. So I'll see y'all again in just a second. You're freaking joking me. After all that, I've got to go back over here. Decided I'd use the little cheat save. The save cheat. If you save the game and come back in, it's just like, you know, if you're stuck in traffic, you save the game and then reload it, your traffic goes away. Same kind of thing here. It's like you sitting with empty tanks. If you save and reload, your tanks are full. But it also making me get the parking space. So we're just gonna. I've showed I could do it. It's just like in golf when you're an inch from the cup and they said you're just gonna give me. That's gonna be a gimme, right? That's gonna be a gimme. You're just gonna let me give me that. That's right. I don't have to actually knock it in. That's what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna skip it because I'm in a hurry. Damn it. That's just ridiculous. This should be the first of 14. There we go. Corpus Christi to Brownsville. Shoreside delivery, 2 of 8. All right, so we're up at the instructor now. And there you go, 1 of 14. So next time, let's get down here on the world map. See, next time we'll find out where we are. As I said, we are way down here at the very tip of Texas. And we'll see where we're going to go. Maybe they'll give us a trip over here to McAllen on the next one. Why don't we do that? Why don't we take a look at the external contracts? Have we got one going to McAllen? Empty pallets? What about gifts? We're looking for gifts. Laredo. That's 195 miles, 20 hours, and 22 minutes. I think we might take that, but I'm going to see. I'm not going to take it right this moment. We're going to see if we get one going to McAllen first. But anyway, there you go, folks. I hope y'all have a good day. And thank y'all for coming along with me. And this is G-Bub saying, I could forgot. It's been a while, hasn't it? But we'll let you know. So we'll see you the next time we do a delivery. Thank you for coming with me. That's what I say. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. As you see here, we've got a few little points of interest to do. We have upgraded our Austin headquarters to a large now and put 2 more trucks in it. So that means all of our things are large except for Boise and Seattle. So we'll be upgrading them next and getting all our truck stuff. We got the stuff. We got enough money coming in now from the other folks. We ain't got to worry about it too much. As I said with it all, this was a multi-day, multi-recording affair. Yeah, we got started on the 10th, I think it was, and it went through the 19th. And so during the thing, not only was it like every day we'd have, sometimes not only was it recording several different days in a row, but sometimes individual episodes like that first one was recorded over a couple of days. So we got to see a number of viewpoints. There was a number of viewpoints that we came across, and we actually caught 1 or 2 of them. Some of them were on the other side of the road, so we'll have to go back and get them, just like everywhere. Everywhere's got their own viewpoints, but here we are. We got the city of San Angeles. So we're going to pull on up in here and park it and see what the city of San Angeles looks like. If I remember right, I think we hit this one at nighttime one day too. We were coming back the other way and we grabbed it, and it's like, did we hit this one or not? And we recorded it during the night. That little park there looks like one of the squares that you can buy in Anno 1800 and throw down in your city. Pretty place. As always, I love letting the developers show off. It's what I do. And, you know, Lotro, whenever we go into a new place, I take a moment to look around inside and see all the good scenery they've made for us. And I appreciate them doing that here in the ATS as well. Okay, we got another one here coming up. I think this is the city of Del Rio, if I remember correctly. And it's a nighttime one, but there's we need to catch it in the day, but there's enough lit up buildings and stuff like that, I believe, that it gives a pretty good look at what the city looks like. And plus, it's nice to see some of these places at nighttime too, as you see some of these little buildings and see how the difference between night and day. It's not like, you know, doing a city at nighttime, doing the viewpoints isn't like doing a viewpoint of, let's say, a canyon or a forest or something at nighttime where you don't see nothing but black. So this one's not too bad. But yeah, as I was saying in the last one, it's nice to have them show off their builds and things like that. I like doing that in all the games. You'll notice I do it in Lotro. I've been doing it in Half-Life and doing it in Black Mesa, just not pointing it out, but definitely every time I go into a new area, like we just finished up the blast pit, I like looking around at all the stuff. Like, yep, city of, no, this is Uvalde, Texas. All right, I think we got one of Del Rio coming up soon too. Oh, look at that big water tower, Uvalde. But I'm definitely going to be doing it, you know, and some of the others. Once I finish up Half-Life, I want to do some of the other first-person shooters. Get back into stuff like Doom and things like Duke Nukem and stuff like that. And I'll definitely be looking around at some of the areas and stuff, because I just never, you know, especially like in places like Doom, you run through it so fast, you never really take a look around at what the people have built and the effort that they put into it. I love the stuff that they put into it, you know, like this right here, the effort they put into, you know, the street lights and making things look nice, and the buildings and placing all the little air points of interest, the little shrubs, the mailboxes, street signs, wonderful stuff that just adds to your immersion as you go into it. So we'll be seeing that, and I think we got another one coming up here in just a moment as well. We were definitely catching a lot of these cities at nighttime. You saw me in the menus there. As I say, when I'm not recording, now that I don't record every single minute of every single trip like we used to, I spend a lot of my time driving around with the radio on. Got the in-game radio. I'm listening to the Office 108 FM internet radio, and wonderful thing. Like I said, they play a lot of 80s hits. They play a little bit of 70s rock. They play a lot of, you know, 90s and soft rock, modern soft rock. The city of Del Rio. So I have to go in every time I record one of these. I have to stop and go out and turn the radio off while I record it. All right, not quite as much to see in this one. Hopefully we'll get a few more views of buildings lit up and stuff like that. This will be one of those that I would definitely have to hit again in the future. There we go. Let's see some gas stations and truck stops in the background all lit up. I definitely have to hit this one again in the future during daytime. And get a better view of what the city looks like. It's not quite as bustling as a smaller city, not quite as bustling and well developed as let's say Uvalde was. Gives a much more of a, I think, of a Hopper painting here. Is it Edward Hopper, the one that he did like Nighthawks, the paintings of, you know, he did a lot of paintings of basically lonely people sitting in places at nighttime. I think Nighthawks was the one where the three people sitting in a diner, you could tell, late at night. You get kind of that feeling here, kind of that melancholy type of late night loneliness, desolation. So let's see what it is, and then we'll check and see what the next little bit coming up here is in just a second. I got another voiceover clip I did at the wife's house, so we'll see what it is. I have deleted out a couple of recordings I've done here. I put them in and then had to remove them because apparently I hit San Angelo 3 times. And I was, you know, as I said, recording this over several days, you forget what you've done. It's like, did I record that? Did I record that at night? Do I need a daytime? Because I hit San Angelo 3 times. There's a night recording of it, a day recording of it, and a dusk recording of it. So I'm leaving out the nighttime and the dusk. We're just going to see the daytime. Here we're in Pecos, Texas. We're hitting a lot of these like Laredo and Pecos and all these places that you've seen in all the Westerns for anybody that are Western fans. So let's see what the city of Pecos looks like here. We are getting a lot of the cities knocked off on Texas. We haven't hit them all, but we've only got a handful. There's only like 5 or 6 cities. Home of the world's first rodeo. First rodeo apparently was held in Pecos, Texas. In fact, you'll see a rodeo stadium here in just a second. I think this is it here. Is this it? Yep, there we go. There's a rodeo stadium that we're looking at right over in the distance there. And of course, a lot of these smaller cities here in the South, they love showing all the civic organizations. Drive in, you'll see all the plaques of the civic organizations that exist in the city, like the Lions Club and the JCs and the Shriners and all that. Some nice bikes there. I have to check and see if anyone's ever modded in a bike. Texas boots, cowboy boots. I have to see if anyone's ever modded in a bike in the Steam Workshop and see if you can drive a bike around some of these places. You know, we've gotten the car mods before and driven them around from time to time, but never driven around on a bike, on a chopper or anything like that. It'd be nice to see if anyone's put in the effort. All right, there's the rodeo stadium again as we zoom back into our truck. With the Heartbreaker and the Valentines paint, the Valentines trailer, we will see you again in just a moment. Okay, the one coming up here, this is the first photo op we've had in a while. And we're coming up on this particular one. And it is a photo op of apparently what is this? Some sort of military jet. Forget what it is. What is it? Curtis Memorial Park, I guess it is. There we go. That looks like maybe is that a Thunderbolt? We'll go to the gallery. You know, now they give you a gallery where you list where you can see all your photos and all your videos. There we go. The whatever it is, Curtis. I can't see it here on the screen. It's tiny, but it's the Memorial Park there we took a picture of. And now the city of Vaughn, Texas. Another one where we pull up onto a dirt road. Dirt thing, as I said, and there are a lot of viewpoints here in Texas. I'm not sure how many there are, but there's a number of them. As I said, 2 or 3 that we were doing as we drove around, and we had to skip because it was either out in the wilderness at nighttime, or it was, you know, on the other side of like a divided highway. So it was like, damn, we'd have had to make a giant detour to get to it. Vaughn is another one of these, not really a bustling thing. It's kind of a small little town that's grown up around a basically big intersection, but it's got some nice stuff like this beautiful motel here. Looks like an old converted house of some sort with an old vintage car sitting out in front. As you can see, we're kind of moving back into the western and central areas of Texas. So it's a lot more arid and a lot more scrub and desert land out this way. Not as green and not as tree filled as many of the places, but you still see subdivisions with a bunch of identical McMansions scattered about in it. All right, so that was Vaughn, Texas. What did I do from here? Okay, we were trying to see, we were going down here to Alamogordo. I was taking a look at how much further I've got to go. We're about halfway through the trip, and it was another one of these multi-day recording affairs as we were leaving Vaughn, which is a little scenery town. And you catch us turning off our radio once more as we're heading into Alamogordo here to do our last delivery. Finish up the event. This one was recorded here on the 18th. So I think 1 week later or 8 days later than when we started it out. We did 14 deliveries, or 15 deliveries in 8 days. So a couple a day. It didn't take long, and as I said, they weren't Alamogordo discovered. It was a case where you didn't have to, you know, the trips didn't have to be, you know, a minimum of 100, although they all were a little over 100 because the cities in Texas are just spread out so far. But one of the things with it is it didn't have to be individual towns either. It didn't have to be unique towns. Every time you went from one to another, if you could find deliveries, let's say Houston to San Antonio, if you had deliveries back and forth, you could just go back and forth from Houston to San Antonio over and over and over again if you wanted. Did not have to be unique deliveries to the different towns. So I think we went to maybe, I'll have to look. At the end, I'll show up a route of Texas. We did Texas, and this is actually Alamogordo, New Mexico. So we bounced back and forth between Texas and New Mexico at least once, I think a couple of times, as we hit the western end of Texas there. Blasting our headlights into the back of this little vintage convertible, maybe? Has that got a rag top on it? Or has it got a hard top? I can't tell if it's top's down. Once again, as I'm recording here the voiceovers, I don't have it blown up to full screen like it would be if I was doing the recordings. Doing the recordings live with old G-Bub when he's actually driving the truck. When he's talking, he does them live and all that, but when I'm sitting here, I'm just the narrator. And doing the voiceover. Think of me as David Attenborough. All right, let's see if we can park this up here. We're going to do a 90-pointer. Hopefully it'll be a little easier 90-pointer than the one down in Brownsville. And it was. Look at there. It's a very easy one. Said some of these 90-pointers, it's like, I guess just because it's up against a wall, maybe? It really confused me because it was not a difficult one at all. It wasn't a difficult one even with my extra long truck with the 3 axles on the back. It was not an incredibly difficult parking job here. Even at the wife's house on a controller, it was still an easy one. A good deal, but here we go with the low air pressure again. That's why I had this brake. I was trying to figure out. I actually just sat here this time instead of loading and unloading because I didn't want the same thing to happen that happened over there in Brownsville. Y'all will remember the Brownsville delivery where, you know, we over there at the shipwrecking yard, and my air pressure was down, so I decided I'd use the save game rifle. I'd save it and reload it, and when I did, it had me facing the wrong direction, and it had erased the parking lot. I would have to go back to the delivery icon and get the parking again. So it's like, oh heck no. This time I actually sat it there. I put it in park, and then went upstairs and made myself a cup of coffee and came back, and when we had reloaded the air tanks up full enough that we could get the parking job done. So we come back almost hitting that target truck. We're going to have to do, I think it's just one pull-up I had to do. I think it's just one pull forward, and then I'll reverse back into the area again. It let me do a pretty wonky parking job, if I remember right. It was definitely a cogbinder parking there. You could tell it was one of us, because it was a little cattywampus. But we did pull it off and got our 90 points for it. If I remember right, was it this one? It was one of these. I don't think it was this one, but one of the ones during the Valentine's Day event here put us above level 30 and we went from the level 29 instructor skill to the level 30 18 wheels of steel. So that may be the last title. We'll have to see what the higher titles do. Yep, there we go. Like I said, it just turned green. Very cattywampus, but good enough. You know, if they can allow those yard dogs you've seen, if they allow them to get away with some of the parking jobs they do, they ought to allow us to get away with this one. There you go. We're gonna drop the legs, disconnect everything, and as you see, actually a good way. We're actually about halfway through level 30. So yeah, it was one of the ones in there that put us over the top. And as you see right up there, I'm showing level 15. There it is, a personal goal completed. So we have done all 15 deliveries in the Valentine's Day event. That gets us the personal goal and the community goal as well. And our next thing here will be pulling up and showing what the various prizes are. So we're signing into our World of Trucks account. You see there's the love icon for Sweet Valentines. And we also have completed the 1 million kiloton, 1 million metric tons 4 times now. Let's go to the events. As you see, there's where we've completed Sweet Valentines, the personal event. We're going to redeem that on Steam. And then you got the reward for it. And now we're going to redeem the community event as well. And we have to do that 4 different times here. We have to do it for the ATS side, and of course you get credit for it over on the ETS side as well. They're both the same ones this time around. It's a paint, I think it's a mirror. Yeah, you get a trucker Cupid for your hang down from your windshield, and you get a box of Valentine chocolates for laying in the seat beside you, one of the cabin. Right there, the cabin accessory that you can have in your seat. Probably sit over there, probably put it just about anywhere. And there's a list of all the cities we got to. So, it was a fun event. I will see y'all next time. There's the icon that we got, the heart icon, and of course the 4 million kilograms is what it was. Not kilotons, 4 million kilograms that we've completed, 4 times now. I'll see you on the next event, and we'll have the hangers on there.